Somebody save me. Ooh. Smallville. I absolutely love it. I got to do review Smallville. 10 seasons, 10 years. I watched Smallville from the very first episode when it was on UPN. And I followed it all the way to the CW. Smallville really reignited my love for Superman, the Superman product. At the time, they did do Superman Returns in that run with Brandon, I think was last name Roth, and they ended up bringing him into the CW universe actually as Adam-Man. But really got to give it to Tom Welling. I think he was a perfect young Superman, and we really kind of grew with him, and he just had the Superman look. They did not introduce Lois until like the 4th season, which I thought was smart always. And they really made the character Lana a main factor in it. And I think Smallville really made the character Lana more important than it ever had been. And also I like how they did with the parents. Mom, Paul, Kent, you always kind of seen them as like older people, but they made them really kind of vocal point and really showed the strain of raising an alien in their midst and keeping his secret a secret. And so you've seen that Lex Luthor, best Lex Luthor of all times. Michael Rosenbaum did his phenomenal job. He was not in it for the whole series. I believe he made it to 6 seasons. And then he came back at the very final episode. And because there was no way that you could end the show without having him in there some way, somehow. And they set up the end of the show basically going into his Superman years. So the whole 10 years is about his development. And the stories are so intriguing, from the red kryptonite, the green kryptonite, learning about his powers, learning what he could do. In the beginning of the show, he could just have super speed and I think super strength. And in the first episode, he learns that he's indestructible because Lex hits him with his car and they both fall over. He pulls Lex out and he realizes that he's indestructible. And so in the first episode, we're now seeing his invincibility of it. And throughout the show, from heat vision to seeing through the walls, those things kind of develop, and it kind of makes sense if you think in the span of how our lives are. As the older we get, the more things sometimes develop. You never really see him in the suit. It is teased throughout the series, but you never really see him actually in the suit for, in the last 5 minutes is like Superman stuff. But it was a phenomenal show because the show was really about Clark. It was about him and his development of becoming this legend that we all know he will become. And also about what Lex becomes, because in the first couple seasons, they're friends. And you see that Lex was a guy that from a troubled past is trying to change his way, but he becomes the villain of the story anyway, and Superman becomes the good guy of the story. Certain seasons are better than others, and that come with TV shows. I would say season 1 was solid because it's the introductory season. 2, 3, I always thought 4 was the best season. 5 was a good one too, but I always thought 4 was the best season. 4 had a lot of twists and turns. 4 was really when I thought the story started really getting cooking, because they're kind of getting out of the high school years at that point, and so they're getting real like teen Degrassi drama, and it's starting to get more rooted in the reality and more adult life. And so I always thought season 4 was really when things started getting cooked. 5 was a good season too. I love the episode, the 100th episode. I think it's one of the better episodes there is. And it shows kind of almost a play on the original Superman when he went back and tried to save Lois. Same thing he did for Lana, but yet in the result of that, Death needed somebody, and he lost his dad, and that's how Paul Kent, Jonathan Kent, has the heart attack. And so I think Smallville, top to bottom, is one of the better TV shows on the superhero side. If you have not checked it out, I would encourage you to check it out. It touches a lot of Superman lore, so if you're really a big Superman person, they're bringing a lot of old characters like Christopher Reeves, the original Lois Lane, as well. Lois comes in season 4. All right, so if you're looking to see Lois Lane, that doesn't start to season 4. Chloe, who's another key part of the story, and not really known in the Superman lore, but sees that Pete, his friend hometown Pete, he was a great character on the show. He doesn't last that long. I think he's out by season 3. But Pete was a really good character as well. And like I said, the first 3 seasons, it's about establishing a lot of Superman stuff, and it kind of has this teen drama thing because he's in high school. But when you get to season 4 and 5, man, that thing really starts to cook. And I think 1 through 3 are good seasons, but like 4 is when it really kind of, I think, really gets into the groove of things. So I would definitely encourage you to check it out. If I could rate Smallville, I'm rating it 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 series.